to Veena Tattva Prakashika series with the Vainika. Today we have one of the versatile Vainika of Andhra Pradesh, Vidwan Duddu Seetharamaiah garu, who is an excellent Vainika and also a teacher. We travel with him with the Veena to understand his journey and also understand ourselves what makes him a great Vainika to what he is today. Namaskaram, brother. Very happy to have you with us in this series of Vainika with the Vainika. And as you know that we are having the conference and you have been a part of it for a long period of time from the day it was born at Mantralaya. And today we are on to the fourth conference. We are, Lakshmi Narasimha is organizing it. And to begin with, we would like to understand your journey with the instrument. How did it started? Please give us a brief account of it.
I'm very happy to be part of this Veena Tattva Prakashika this year. As you said, I was part of, since its inception, I was a part of Veena Tattva Prakashika. I started Veena when I am 8 years old, 9 years old. I started Veena when I am 9 years. 4th class I was studying. I really took the Veena seriously during my 18th year. I heard during that time, I heard Dr. Chittu Babu garu came for a Hyderabad for a concert. And his playing was so wonderful. So far, it inspired me a lot. When I attended the concert physically, sitting in the last row, so much crowd was there, sitting in the last row and enjoyed the concert. So during that concert, he was felicitated and there was a very praise about him. So then I thought, I should take this seriously now. Tomorrow I may have this type of this thing for me also. So thinking that in mind, I started it very seriously. But my father was very much serious about my graduation. Previously he used to say practice. Now I used to say no, study first, practice because you have to finish your graduation. But irrespective of that, I woke up 2 hours early. I used to practice in the early hours of 4 o'clock.
That's very important because Brahmi Murtam Sadhana is something which is great. One of my guru, Gopalakrishna sir, used to always, MSD sir used to always tell, if you do a sadhana in the morning at about 4 o'clock or 3:30 in the morning, wake up and get up and practice, it will amplify. It is like 10 hours practice. If you do for 2 hours practice, it accounts to 10 hours of practice. That is the sadhana which you will get if you do it in the morning hours. So that's a great thing. And see, you started your journey at the age of 9 and you took it seriously 18. So Veena was never out of your touch because you were just playing it and you took it in a serious account and wanted to become a performer after listening to Dr. Chittu Babu garu. Now, see, Veena has been in your veins, I have to say that, because your grandmother and your family is a musical family. Your grandfather was a Sangeeta Ashtavadani.
Yeah.
Can you give us a brief account of your family of music?
Yeah, my grandfather, as you said, was a professional musician in those days. He is in the lineage of Tyagaraja. In the sense, he has learned from music from 2 gurus.
Okay.
One is Tirotio Chagayar, he learned Varnams.
Oh, great. He was a great versatile composer of Varnams.
Yeah. He learned Varnams from him. Okay. Also from Susarla Dakshinamurti Shastri garu, who was in the lineage of Tyagaraja.
Yes.
Yeah. So my grandfather was learned from them. He used to live in West Godavari.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he used to practice and he became a professional and he used to do Ashtavadhanam and used to do a lot of concerts and everything. In those days, he used to say Jantra Gatram. Means he used to play violin.
Okay.
He learned violin also.
Oh.
Jantra Gatram. vocal
Okay.
violinist.
Okay.
So he used to play violin and also sing. And he used to, he has proficient in astrology also. In Ashtavadhanam, that is one of this thing.
Okay.
300 years calendar he used to tell on the spot.
Oh.
300 years calendar.
Okay.
That was there. So he was versatile in astrology and also in music, violin, vocal, violin, etc.
Okay.
And he was a court musician for many courts in those days.
Okay.
In Andhra Pradesh, there were different courts, Bobili, Court Vijayanagaram, like that, Louisville. There are courts. So he was a court musician of those days.
Okay. Your grandmother was also a musician, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I have seen her Veena, with the Veena, some photographs with you. Is that?
No, he was a violinist.
Your grandmother was a Vainika?
No, my guru was a violinist. My guru was a Vainika, my auntie.
Auntie? Yeah, I got confused. What was your guru's name, your aunt's name?
She's D.V. Seshamma.
D.V. Seshamma. Your paternal aunt or maternal aunt?
Maternal.
Maternal aunt. So your mother's side also you have music?
Yeah.
So
and since she, in those days, there was an early marriage.
Okay.
So my father got married at a very early stage. So she listened to my mother listened to lot of my grandfather's music.
Okay.
So that she used to sing all those Adhyatma Ramayana Kirtanas and everything. But homemaker, they were confined to kitchen only.
No, those days it was very difficult for the women to come out of the house and perform or do anything. It was not an easy job. No.
But my guru, my auntie, she was a professional player. She was a graded artist of All India Radio also. And
can you please give me a brief description of the parampara of your aunt, that is with whom you learned? And because she was a Veena player, established Veena player at that time. And she used to give concerts also. And can you give me her parampara, with whom she learned, and what is that parampara you belong to?
She learned Veena in the very famous MR Government College of Music and Dance in Vijayanagaram.
Okay.
Maharaja's college that was.
Okay.
So at that time, the very great Padma Shri awardee Sangeeta Kalanidhi Dwara Venkat Swami Nadu was the principal in that college. So my great grand guru's name is Veena Sudarshanam Apalacharya.
Okay.
He was a lecturer in that government music college. He has got Astrology also said all his disciples are in prime positions. Sudarshanam Apalacharya disciples in those days in that college. All are radio artists. They worked in college. Some of them in music colleges. Some of them All India Radio staff. Some of them freelance teachers, and everybody was professionally established.
Okay.
Professionally established. Even it seems my guru used to say in those days. Of course, I used to also I also did this initially with my students. So I used to ask them to practice in the early hours, 4 o'clock. But Veyi Sadhana will say Tristai 1,000 times.
Tristai 1,000 times.
So they used to start at 4 o'clock. Even she used to do early Brahma Murta Sadhana. So this guru used to, in those days, put a lantern. He used to wake up at 3:30 and search all the students' streets.
Okay.
Whether they are doing practice or not.
Oh.
You can't lie.
That's a nice thing from a guru. Which you don't see nowadays.
Initially, I also did with some of my students like that. When they used to say we practice, I used to tell them practice early. So they used to say sometimes I used to check like that, not a regular feature, but guru, my great guru, used to do like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Now,
similarly, the greatness is all his students are also great teachers.
Okay. So you belong to a Vijayanagara parampara.
Yeah, Vijayanagara parampara.
Parampara is a great lineage of Vainikas we have in Vijayanagara parampara.
Yeah.
So, and it has the contribution of Vijayanagar Parampara to the Karnataka music is something extraordinary. It
Yeah.
has produced a lot of Vainika.
Yeah.
So what is that unique practices the Vijayanagar Parampara used to give to the students, and what are the lessons that are unique, practice methodology which is unique in your Vijayanagar Parampara?
Not question of it. There, my guru used to say, what I have to tell is because I had not those seen the Vidwans who how they learned and everything. But what my guru said, I am repeating. So he was particular on way sadhakam, and in the class also, even I think it is still there in the Vijayanagaram. Even it is there. After the class, there's a huge compound. Musical that is a very good compound, and lots of trees also. So students after the class they used to practice under the trees.
Okay.
Take their veena and do sadhakam. Then again show the same thing to guru again.
Okay.
So that type of practice and learning and practice simultaneously, not going home and doing the practice on the next day.
That
Whatever
is
we teach, even so.
a Guru Shishya Parampara. See, every Guru Shishya Parampara has a unique practices.
Yeah.
Okay. The way they teach the Sarla Versa and also the Sarla Versa and also the Janti Versas and also the Dhatu Versas and the practices in this itself, there is a lot of variation. So if you take a Mysore school, it is different, and Vijayanagaram Parampara, it is different. The practices, the way they used to make the students practice these Sarla Versas, Janti Versa Alankaras, Dhatu Versas, and there were a lot of small Raga Sanchari Geetams which were being taught. Raga Sanchari Geetams which were unique and which we have lost it, which we don't have it now. But it was very unique of those paramparas. So can you explain me the methodology of training that you went through in these?
Initially, my learning, first I will tell about my guru's lineage, then I will tell about myself. So in those days, apart from the syllabus, he used to teach them certain things separately, like Lakshana Gitas and everything, to have the Sancharis of the Gitas. Many people said Gitas maybe need not teach much, but in my opinion, if you don't teach much Gitams, that Sangita Rachana, musical form will go away.
Correct.
My guru has learned about 30 Gitas, let us say. Maybe useful, that is a different issue of discussion. Suppose she learned. She taught about 15 to me, I teach to 5 to like that. If you go on reducing that in one day after certain these things, that will go off.
Correct.
So what I mean, whatever we received from our guru, we should teach. Of course, for the present day style of learning, we can modify certain things. Okay. We can modify the way of teaching or everything. But the parampara we received from, we should transmit to our this thing.
Okay.
What I learned, I should teach what my guru taught, I should teach my student.
Okay.
As per of the musical forms are concerned, something like that. But we can do improvisation like we do. Suppose you listen a kriti. If you will add your own sangatis after listening to by your practice, virtue of your practice or your listening and everything, you will modify. That can be done. But the kriti should be learned. And I will teach you my way of teaching later on. You can continue with the next question.
I was asking you about your training methodology that you went through.
First, that is most important. I didn't had a one-to-one teaching. My guru used to make me sit in the batch and teach initially. Because there's a secret behind this, brother. More than learning, by hearing you learn a lot. Music. By hearing you can learn a lot. We can learn a lot. So suppose she was teaching me, the other students listens. when she is playing, I will listen. So easily one way of concept is we can identify easily, we cannot identify our mistakes, but we can identify the others' mistakes.
Okay.
So whenever they sorry, she didn't play that one, there's like that. So we can correct ourselves like that.
Okay.
So in that batch method worked out for me a lot. After that, she used to teach me separately. That is a different issue. But initial lessons, Varnas or Gitas, I learned in a group learning only.
Okay.
Which I feel it helped me a lot.
Okay.
Because competitive spirit will be there. That I should play better than those people.
Did you practice for 1,000 times Sarle verses?
No, I practiced differently. But my guru practiced for 1,000 times.
No, because
Not
you told
1,000
me.
times, I didn't practice 1,000 times. To be truthful, yeah.
No, because you told me your guru used to always tell you in the early morning hours that 1,000 time practice was a compulsory thing.
Yeah.
Did you also went through that training methodology of practicing in Tristai in 1,000 times in the morning early?
Not 1,000 times. I practiced this time, but I made a variation. Instead of only one Sarigama Padanisa, I used to practice Janta.
Okay.
I used to practice Alankaram also.
Okay.
Like that, I divided, but not 1,000 times. To be truthful, I used to practice this time and there left. That is there. 4 o'clock get up and one more thing I used to practice is to have a concentration. And secondly, we used to have small houses and everything. We used to sleep. So if you put switch on the light, it is a disturbance for everybody. Light. So I used to make it dark. I used to switch off the light and do practice. So that I used to get concentration.
That's the way it is always should be practiced, because that gives you meditation kind of experience.
Yeah.
When you practice without the light.
Yeah.
Light certain times is a disturbing medium for meditation, because it disturbs your mind very much.
Yeah.
So see, you went through the basic training methodology of Sarale verses, Janti verse, Alankaras, and Dhatu versas, everything.
Everything.
So now
whatever my guru taught her, that my guru taught 100% to me.
Okay. How many Sarales did you went through?
Sarales, huh?
How many Sarale did she teach you?
Only 10 Sarale, 10 Janta, Alankaram, like that.
Okay.
In that
was there any special practices of these Sarale, Janti, Alankaras in various ragas?
Yeah, of course, various ragas is there. Various ragas. I used to play in, see, first Maya Madogala, then change all the notes. It's Karnataka.
So,
change all the notes. Different. Sudarshamam, Chaturshamam, Undergone, Sadhana. So like that, Karapriya. Then change the Ma also. It is a Hemavati.
Okay. Now,
like
see,
that, I used to do 4-5 ragas.
Now, these variations of ragas and variations of speed in different ragas, it helps you in having good control over the instrument. Okay, because every raga you have the practice of sarales, and the hands trains itself to move across the notes flawlessly without any problem, which is very important. That is very good methodology of training. Now, apart from it, so Karnataka music basic very important factor is Gamakam. How was Gamaka introduced in your school?
From Varnam, she used to be very serious. From Swarapallavi, she used to start Gamakam, little Gamakas for Swarapallavis, and from Varnam onwards, heavy Gamakams.
Okay. So, was there any special practices given for Gamakams exclusively to train your hands?
No, I used to, that I developed. Because I used to pull have some, without plucking, I used to do left hand practice for Gamakas.
Okay. No, in your school it was not taught. You developed it.
No. My guru didn't teach me.
See, I have seen you plucking and pulling 2-3 notes in a house. In instrument like Veena, which is a unique instrument, every fret is an instrument by itself. Because in one fret you can pull up to around 5-6 note, up to 7 note also, depending upon the strength of the plucker, strength of the string.
Strength of the plucker.
String, the tension of the string, if it is light, if it is less, you can pull up to around 7 notes also in a single house. And I've seen you are playing where you use this technique of pulling 2-3 notes in one house and giving more raga bhavas to it. What is that structured methodology you practiced and adaptations that you did apart from your training that you went through with your guru?
Yeah, first, as I said, I used to practice only left hand technique. Like without plucking, it is this practice you can do even watching your TV also. We did not close our doors and this thing. Even in this thing also, you can do that practice. Like that, I used to put exercise for my fingers like this, like this. Okay. So slowly increasing the distance. Slowly, not mechanical. First up to Suddhadetam, then increase till what, as you said, till what my strength goes. So then that I implemented in my Varnam.
Okay.
And I used to practice it, this many a time. Till I don't say 20 times or 10 times. Till I am perfect, I used to practice. It may take for me 100 times or 50 times like that. Okay. But till I am satisfied, I used to practice. So, because unless or until you practice for 200 to 300 times, you can't give your best on the stage.
You cannot.
You cannot do.
You cannot do it. Now, see, the gamakas are unique to Veena.
Yeah.
And Veena is a synonym to gamakas of Karnataka music. What gamakas you give in Veena, certain gamakas you cannot even reflect it in your vocal cords. That kind of gamakas exist in Veena. And Veena gamaka is unique for the simple reason, in every part of the gamaka, they are part of the Veena, there exists a gamaka. Okay? And unique style that you have developed with your Veena, in which you have a birgas also being played. And you also give certain techniques where you pluck your twice plucker or double plucking techniques. Where you have this unique techniques of Yemini Shankar Shastri Garu, where you have that Kattumito. Excellent technique of Kattumito, where you have two notes, two sound being heard in one note. That unique also you have developed in your Veena, which is unique for itself. And there are a lot of bhavas, like lot of emphasis on the bhava of a kirtana, which you give. Okay, which the Sahitya meetu is also very important in Veena. You also have that kind of practice. What is that? What is that gave you that idea from apart from your learning to develop your own style of playing and also implement all these things?
Yeah, I want to have my own identity because three people influenced me a lot. One is Chitti Babu Garu, as I said. From that day, so mostly my style of Swarakalpana, everything, unknowingly it goes to that Chitti Babu Garu style in my Swarakalpana playing and everything. That is, I like that and I love that because I love him a lot because he is an inspirator for me. And secondly, that double plucking and everything, I got inspiration from Emani Garu and Chitti Babu Garu. But for certain things they used to play. In Ragarapura also Shankar Shastri Garu used to play. And I wanted to play continuously. So I started playing that. My main is also to teach also, not only play. But how can teach? We can simplify. Then I slowed my way of stroking. Then observed how it is coming. So that way it helped me to teach it to student also. That double way. And since it is difficult, I want difficult to thing to come out easily. So I play nowadays. Particularly Varnam, second speed with a double string I play. Double string I play.
Okay.
Suppose Savari or anything with two fingers I go. One more inspiration is Vidwan Ravikiran, because I love his way of sounding that sound I like very much. So I wanted to produce that sound also in Veena. So for that, I changed certain strings and I did some experiments like that. How the combination of strings will be suit the Veena particular side like that. I did some work on that. Of course, all these things took so much time, and now I am here.
That's excellent. Now,
Yeah.
see, you are a teacher, you are a performer, and also you do a lot of experiments with the Veena. And when did you start your first performance? And you have traveled through around, you would have given more than thousands of performances across the globe by this time. How has been the travel with the Veena with respect to your concerts? Is it been a easy go, or how struggle it was? Because getting an opportunity in Sabas is not an easy task. You have to struggle. At the beginning, it was a struggle. Every artist struggles to get into the field by to get a concert in the Sabha. It's not an easy task. And if you have a backbone or a back support of anybody, it is easier task. Otherwise, it is very difficult for anyone if you are entering freshly. If you are afresh and you have to enter into a Sabha, it is not an easy task. You need a lot of recommendations, things like that. So, what is that struggle that you went through as a concert musician?
First of all, to answer your first question, my first performance was in 1969, along with my guru, support Veena to my guru, in the Ganesh temple, which is near to the Secunderabad railway station. Okay. That is my first concert. Yeah. After that, as you said, things went on well, but to be honest, everybody encouraged me for giving. Initially, we were selected in U1 in 1971 itself in All India Radio. So at that time, we are all young chaps like now the famous Hyderabad brothers. One of the Seshachari used to play Murdangam in U1. Perish Ramurthy, of course, we lost him. Used to play violin. Ashok Gurjal used to play violin. Like that, many. Pappu Chandrasekhar. So many we were very young. And all for us, we got a very good encouragement in those days only.
Okay.
In those days only. One producer by name Mr. Marla Satyanarayana Murthy Garu, he encouraged. Later on, Durga Bhaskar Garani, she was a daughter of a very great musician. He was a lecturer in our old Hyderabad college, either Nagaraj Garu. His daughter Durga Bhaskar was there. She encouraged us a lot initially. So we got an encouragement like that. Later on in 1977, I lost my father. After that, I cleared my diploma. And then my career started and everybody started encouraging me. But as you said, so many difficulties. Initially, we'll get encouragement, but to participate in big sabhas like this thing, we need a support or something. But no support was there for me. Only my hard work and everything paid me. Okay. The opportunities. So to get an opportunities, we have to practice also. No, we get getting opportunities. Of course, if we approach, it will come. But we have to retain that. We have to play the concert well. Unless or until we prove ourselves, we can't. And that is one thing. Like that, my character. Of course, after that, I got opportunities. But due to my official pressures, as I was a principal of that, I have to cut short some opportunities for the sake of serving, because I'm serving the government, means serving the public. So I have to be very sincere to my duties. So in that way, I have to leave some opportunities of concerts and everything, and no regrets for that. But as you said, I want to have some uniqueness. So once I played a concert in Vijayanagaram, where there was a photographs of elder Vidwans who used to play vertical veena, all vertical veenas. So I want to retain that tradition of playing. I don't want that tradition to be on the wall. I don't want that old tradition to be on the wall. So for that sake, I practiced initially. Starting with, as you heard the music, I started with Sarali Swaram, practicing vertically. Janta Swaram, everything. After that, I used to practice and the upper octaves particularly, because elder advance used to have small veenas for playing vertically.
Correct.
Now what I play is very big Veena.
Yes.
So to practice on that, my hand should go. Of course, I'm short, but my hands are little bit length long. So but I succeeded to a certain extent in playing that, keeping that Veena. And as you said, experiments. Since I used to practice in the dark since my earlier days, I thought why should it gives me concentration. Also, closing your eyes means you are not diverted. If you are open your eyes, you get there here and there. If you are closed eyes like that, I used to play blindfold. Also, I experimented being playing blindfold. Not for a feat like thing, just to have a concentration. That's all.
Okay. So, which is a unique thing of yours? You tie the cloth to your eyes and
Yeah,
you play
yeah,
without
that
seeing the instrument.
things in
So it is a tough job, and you have successfully
but
done it
many
many
people feel it
times.
is a feat, but not a feat. With all the due respects, it's not a feat. It's not a feat.
No, it is not a fit, but it is that the sadhana which you do gives
Yeah,
that what you call as the confidence in you, and
yeah,
to deliver it on the stage. Whether you do
yeah,
anything, because whether you
yeah,
want to play the veena in a vertical position, horizontal position, or you do whatever you wanted, the sadhana is a
yeah.
must for it. Without doing the
Sadhana is a
sadhana,
must. Sadhana is a must. Yeah,
sadhana. So you have done the sadhana. See, the
yeah,
traveling that you went through with the instrument has
yeah.
given you
With
a lot
this.
of things in life. It
Yeah,
has given you
I've seen a lot. I have seen
happiness.
it.
It has
Yeah,
given you accolades. It
yeah,
has given you rewards, awards,
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Everything it has given
Everything
you.
it gave.
Respect, everything. It is only because of
Yeah,
the instrument.
instrument only.
See, Veena as a concert instrument,
Uh,
Veena as a divine instrument,
uh.
which is more dearer to my instrument, to my brother.
For me, divinity, divinity. First, for me, divinity. But concert also it is necessary because if I play for myself or if why I am teaching, I don't want to die the technique with me. I want to carry forward. So similarly, if you want to carry forward, we must concert is must, brother. Concert is a must. Concert is a must. But apart from that, with divinity, we should practice, not for the sake of concert. If you practice, concert will come. No problem. Concerts will come.
You have
Concerts will come.
developed unique techniques to play tanams.
Yeah.
And you have put the YouTube channel completely with techniques to teach the students tanams,
Yeah.
how it has to be played,
Yeah.
which is unique, and it has received accolades across the globe, and people have appreciated you very much.
Yeah.
So in tanams, we have chakratanam, lot of types of tanam,
Yeah.
and we have nadetanam, which and
Gajatanam.
we have different types of tanam. But Tanam is itself a unique for Veena.
Veena.
Veena, Tanam itself is a unique thing for Veena. And you have really worked very hard on it. Can you explain me the uniqueness with which you developed these techniques of teaching Tanams to the students?
Yeah. First, we have got Kalpita Sangitam, Kalpana Sangitam, and Manodharma is a part of that. Manodharma, Raga, Lapana, Taram, Nerval, Pallavai, Surakarpana. Okay, that's keep it as. So, by constantly listening to elders, it takes time for the present scenario. So it doesn't work out, I feel. So, Raga, Lapana, Surakarpana, Tanam. So, for particularly Veena, keeping in mind, if you encourage a student and if your student feels that I'm getting something, he'll practice more. So apart from all that Ragam, Tanam, Pallavi, Narva, Swarkalpana, I find Tanam will give inspiration to the student for introducing to the Manodharma Sangeeta.
Hmm.
So for that, what I used to play then to teach, if you playing is listening is very good. How to learn? How to learn? How to learn? Then because earlier I experienced with certain people that how is this place means they said you practice and you get it. So I don't want that to be happen for the next generation. So I thought I should teach out all out. So in that concept, so many things have come to me. when I had gotten this, one of my directors used to say, Sankalpa Suddhi unte, Sankalpa Siddhi will be there. We have Sankalpa Suddhi, Sankalpa Siddhi will be there. So I got the intention I should teach that all the techniques, at least for an advanced person who is able to see and listen and learn, he should be benefited with this. At the same time, money should not be criteria. Suppose if I have 1,000 rupees only, I can lend means suppose a person will have having so it should benefit also for that ordinary man also. And nowadays, everybody is having a cell phone and YouTube. That is common for even lower level. We can find these cell phones and so I thought then I should do something. Meanwhile, my brother said, I will record for you and you keep it in our survive. So in his website, and I had taught some lessons. So I simplified whatever I get. My way of teaching is I will see how it can be made simplified and taught so that students catches. And we can later we can make it complicated, no problem. So whatever the techniques I know, I think 70% I taught on the YouTube on the 6 episodes.
Okay.
Out of 2-3 techniques I wanted to tell in future because I don't want that technique to go with me. I wanted to live alive. And I developed this Sanam through my guru, how I taught me. Then I thought of I should make simple and anything should be learned from the basics. So I started Tanam from the very Sarali Swaram. And I took Kalyani Ragam because Kalyani is a Mangala Prada Raga. So I took Kalyani as the Ragam for teaching Tanam. And with the minimum gamakas, I didn't put much gamakas also. With little Kampita gamakas, I taught all the techniques on the Veena. And that fingering movement or what we'll play that Sajjam Pancham fretting, playing simultaneously in the Raga Lama Swaraka. That also I taught them in YouTube, how to play the technique. So I want to do more like this videos. And so coming to the point, I should not divert. Tanam will, when you can see the comments by seeing that the Tanam exercise, many people got responded, sir, we are playing now, able to play, we can see the concept. And nobody is related to me or nobody is a friend of mine. The people who commented me, I do not know, except 1 or 2. And when you get interest in Tanam, then we can teach other parts of our Manodharma Sangeetam, which is main for playing it in a concert. Simply, if you play Kirtanas, you cannot, the concert can't be done. You have to play Raga Lapana with a lot of Raga Bhava, Ragatva, you should get it. So for that, at least the first step, Tanam is the first step for Vainikas, according to me. So I taught them. Then later on, my next preference is Swarkalpana.
Okay.
Then I'll come to Ragam.
Okay. So Tanam, did your guru taught you any of these techniques of Tana unique in your school?
She taught me the traditional way which she learned. All these later techniques I developed by listening and practicing.
See, you have different Amsatana, Mayuratana, Gajatana.
I do all the yeah.
You have this.
Yeah.
The name of the Tanam indicates the way it has to be played.
Yeah.
Techniques. If you have Gajatana, it is this step of an elephant.
Elephant.
If you have Mayuratana, the way
after getting
the Mayuratana, the way the Mayura dances.
Yeah.
The way Mayura dances when it is in happiness is Mayuratana.
Yeah. Yeah.
So likewise, Hamsatana is also there. Hamsa is melody. Hamsa is melody because Hamsa is something unique. The way Hamsa walks is also different. Hamsa is very unique bird, which gives lot of things for learning actually. As a Vedanta, you will give example of Hamsa in many ways in Vedanta. Now, you have a lot of students, you have trained a lot of students. Now, you have many of your students are performers. They are performing on the stage.
Last concert I played, brought one of my students, Dr. Surituban,
yes, you have, at Bangalore. Your students are spread across the globe. In all the states, you have students.
Yeah. Because of the Tanam, I got many students unknowingly.
No, indirectly there will be many students, but directly
Yeah.
your complete
Yeah.
trained students are many with you
Yeah.
now in this journey
Yeah.
of music. You are satisfied teacher, you are satisfied guru, and also a satisfied performer. We are very happy to have you in Veena Tattva Prakashika, and we look forward to have your association for a long period of time in the coming years. So
And
that
I have many things to speak. Hope for in the next episode or something. I request you to continue because I have many things to explain.
because I have limited time of about 45 minutes allocated to every artist.
Yeah.
Because I would like to have a separate interview of yours where I will discuss about each tanam and you will demonstrate it completely with the instrument. We'll have an interview separately. And every gamakas we need to have an analysis. We have a separate session for it with the Vainikas to understand about it.
Yeah.
So
before concluding, can I say something?
I as a last part of this interview, I would request you to speak about your association with Veena Tattva Prakashika and what is that uniqueness that you see in this conference. As you are aware, this is the only conference dedicated to instrument which was started in Mantralaya. And God, Lakshmi Nrsimha wanted this conference to be started exclusively for Veena, and nothing else is happening in this conference. And you have been associated it with this from the beginning. And till today, our journey is continuing with the instrument and with you. And please share few experiences of yours with the instrument.
Because I liked one thing in Veena Tattva Prakashika's our conference, for the reason that between every concert you are giving a gap for a lecture demonstration. Lecture demonstration or some demonstration or anything, slideshow or some PowerPoint presentation, something is being organized in between the concerts. So that is very helpful because the audience will be in a mood with this concert. So if you put immediately one more concert, it is very difficult to come out from that. And a comparison comes. So to avoid that, whatever you have did intentionally or practically or anything, I do not know the reason. But in between that lecture demonstration is a very unique thing. And particularly only confined to the Veena. Whether Veena in temples or Veena as a Gamka, Veena in spinal cord, whatever may be the topic, but topic are all related to Veena. And nothing has been diversified in this thing. I like it that particular from morning to evening, a concept of night, morning to night. Very much, very much. I feel it's a very unique. Having because as a musician, what I feel that everybody should sit right from the morning to evening, because it gives life is a part of learning. Life is a process of learning. Life is a process of learning. So we should learn many things from Mukhe Saraswati. So we can have, I gained much from the earlier conferences, much knowledge. Because our music only, not only the music, we should listen to others also. We should listen to others. Our gates should be open to learn and transform the same to students.
That's wonderful. And see, the Veena conference structuring was planned by Lakshmi Nrsimha through me.
Yeah. And whatever it is done, you give it say it is Lakshmi Nrsimha, that whether whatever happens, you say it is Lakshmi Nrsimha.
No, it is not me. Anytime it is not me. I should not take that credit at any point. Because he is Manas, he is Buddhi, he is everything. And he uses me as an instrument. That means that doesn't mean that I am responsible for it. It is he who is responsible, who makes it to happen. And he structured
that I have observed.
and he structured it in such a way that because every morning if you keep only for paper, people will not be there at all. And if, see, Lakshya, Lakshana should always go together.
Oh, yeah.
Without
Perfect.
Lakshya and Lakshana being together, you cannot be a complete musician at any point. Every musician should go training with both Lakshya and Lakshana so that he becomes a complete musician. So Veena as an instrument, there's a lot to explore. That is, the exploring thing is unlimited because there's a lot to do experiments with it. So with that idea, this conference is going, and we are all happy that you are being a part of this. And this year also, you are coming here. People also ask me why you are always inviting the same musicians again and again. Because you are coming from 2014, you came in 2018, 2019, and you are here to play. My answer to all the people who ask this question to me is simple. Veena learning or Veena concerts who are giving in our conference are all one of the most dedicated musicians who have dedicated themselves to the Veena and following Sampradaya way of playing the instrument and had adhered themselves to the Sampradaya. And once we cannot learn anything in one session of 45 minutes or 1 hour because it is not enough. For a musician's journey to complete with the instrument, he needs time to deliver it on the stage. So with these musicians who are a part of it, with the family of Veena Tattva Prakashika, we would like to travel to different cities and organize it and also present the concert and also present the papers related to the Veena. And by that, because the complete knowledge of musicians who are part of this is being shown to the audience. So we are just...
Even in this interviews, I feel I didn't come out 100%, so I need one more interview.
So we are just...
Because of the time restraint, I could not express fully whatever.
We are just trying to complete our journey with the artists, with the Vidwans. So because of that, we are continuing with the same musicians again and again, so that we complete our journey with them and understand ourselves and also listen and learn a lot of things with they have done to their tapas with the instrument. This is the only thing why we are carrying forward these musicians. Thank you very much, sir. It was a great time speaking to you. You gave a lot of things, your schoolings and everything and all, Gurukula Paddhatis and all. We look forward to meet you again and speak to you. Thank you so much.
Definitely. It's my pleasure also to express more about, as I said, it is very, I feel it is very less what I speak. I want to speak more. Anyway, thanks for the opportunity. We'll meet in I'll express come out more in next.
Thank you so much. Namaskar.
And thank you for the scope.